Top of the morning, folks. Ice Bowl here with some Dead Island Riptide just for you. Just wanted to share a little farming area that's actually kind of nice, probably towards more the beginning of the game, and just if you happen to be kind of low on cash, not really sure where else to make some money. But this area is actually really close to the first main base you get. This is literally like 2 seconds down the road from the Paradise camp. You just go over that bridge, grab one of the trucks, because the first time you come in here there's about like 5 or 6 zombies and a thug, so if you don't want to bother fighting with all those guys and you'd rather just run them over and get to the good stuff, you could just run them all over with the truck if you want, or you can fight them. But there's some nice little items here that are useful later. They're nothing super spectacular here. There's like some wires and things like that. There's a workbench there so that you can fix all your junk while you're doing this farming area. This isn't the good part. The juicy part's actually the dead zone right next to where I am. But there's just some little items back here. The first time you come back here, I think there's a weapon back there. Mine wasn't anything special, but then you can come around this corner, and this trash can usually has some pretty nice items in it. I usually find circular blades, which are hard to come by until you get to the marina later, and there's a person who actually sells those. They're kind of hard to come by, but you can farm them from there. There's also some metal scraps. Oh, and from that trash can, sometimes you get suicider meat, which is nice too. You need 4 of those to finish this other guy's quest. But this is the fun part. You actually get to come in here. This is a little dead zone. And what I also wanted to show off was the staff. I'm going to bust out my staff here in a second after I stomp these noobs. The first time you come in here, I believe there's 3 zombies in this room. And these first 2 that I just killed, they're walkers. But the first time you come in, I believe they're infected. And there's also going to be another zombie in the corner of this room to the right. So right here I'm busting out my staff. This staff is not even like up to my level right now. This is like a level probably like 37 staff or something. And I just have a nail mod on it. I don't even have anything spectacular done to it, and I'm just wailing on this guy. The staffs are super gangster in this game. They do a ton of damage, do a ton of hits really fast, especially if you're Sam and you have the blunt weapon upgrades, because this weapon counts as a blunt weapon. So I just wailed on these noobs, but this is where the juicy stuff is. This thing right here, this titanium rod, it's a blue item. It's worth 900 cash. There's also 2 more blue items in the next little hut across the little way here. If you want, and you have a long enough weapon, you can actually poke these guys through this window here. There's about 3-4 zombies over there, and there's also some more on the other side. So anyways, back to the staff. It's pretty gangster. This room right here, if you had rage and you wanted to use it, I would save it for this part right here. Just kind of funnel all these guys through this door. I don't need to, obviously, because my staff is just freaking insane. It's so quick, man. I can't even imagine if I had a staff that was my level. I think I'm like 50 or 51 or something, but the staff I got a long time ago. I think when I was like in my 30s or something, and I'm just destroying with it. Also, if you're playing a Sambi like me, if you unlock the knockdown attack, which you do by pushing the left and right trigger at the same time, on a staff it's really good. It's just this long little poke. It knocks down enemies really quick. It's fast. It's good recovery time. You can knock down a lot of enemies at once. But as you saw, I picked up a couple more blue items. The blue items are not used for much. There's a couple of them that are used for quests from the team quests. If you push select and go to the team tree, you can start the team quest from there, and they just ask you to hunt down these items. I think one of them asks for the titanium rods like I had found earlier, but for the most part, the blue items, I can't really figure out what they're used for. I don't really think they're used for anything. When you're fighting these mobs on the side, be kind of careful. Don't just run into them real quick, because what happens a lot is one of them has a throwing knife, and if you run in and then he hits you with it, the throwing knives hurt a lot. They do so much damage. You don't want to run into a mob of 4 zombies with all your health gone. There's no boxes or anything here on the side. There's just the zombies, but hey, it's some experience, and if you're lucky, they might have some cool stuff on them. But anyway, so I picked up those 3 blue items. The titanium rod was worth about 940, I think, and those other blue items are worth about 300. So just those blue items by themselves are worth like 1500 cash, and then that's not even counting all the cash from the zombies, which will probably net you another, I don't know, probably almost 1,000. So the nice thing about this is as soon as you leave this area and you come back out here, all these items are back here again. Here you can see the wire, which Logan asked for later. This chest can open again, although there's usually never anything good in there. There's usually just white items. You can come back out here and fix your weapons, and all these other little things are back. So you can farm those. There are little items that are just collectible things, like the blades here. There's a quest later on. You kind of have to go out of your way to do it, but I think her name is Maya or Mia, I forget. But she asked for blades. Or no, is it somebody else? I can't remember. There's a quest later on that asks for blades, and if you have a bunch of them, she gives you like 1,300 cash for bringing her 1 blade, and she gives you some experience. So if you have a bunch of them, you can stack them up and probably get a full level and a crap load of money off of it. I think I had like 20-something blades after doing this a few times, not counting all the blades that I had already found. And I leveled up, I think, twice from that quest. Oh, and most importantly, those blue items that were inside that dead zone we were just in, those will also respawn if I were to walk in those again. So you can just sit there, and you can farm those over and over. So yeah, that's a nice little farming spot if you're low level, not really sure where to farm. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.